Welcome back to another issue. I'm Beastie Boy,
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
It is I, Shino Brando.
and in this issue, we take a fighting chance at the final character slots for Smash Ultimate's Fighter Pass 2. So my choice that I bring to you is the magnificent Dante from Devil May Cry.
I mean, was there any other choice here?
Hey. No, of course not. Besides Travis Touchdown, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But he's already in our awesome game. Why don't you give us a little bit of backstory on who the heck this man is? For those unfamiliar.
Well, Dante is part of the Devil May Cry series, made obviously from Hideki Kamiya, or I'm butchering his last name. Kamiya's brand of fantastic games such as like Bayonetta and others as well. So it kind of only, made sense to why not bring one of his other creations into this series. Dante is a character who is known as, I guess, a Nephilim, or I guess a demon slayer.
Mm-hmm.
He's very popular, widely known. So I thought, this would be a good choice to be put into this fighter roster, as per se.
Okay. I'm not opposed to that because I love Dante. So yeah, I want Dante in.
See, I do too. So I want him there.
He's got some wonderful variety of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, run us through. What do you have by way of stages, music? What do you got?
Well, the main stage I thought would be perfect for this would be the Temen Niguru from DMC3.
Okay.
So essentially, for people that know obviously the game series, it's the first stage that shows up where Dante is fighting his brother Virgil on the top, and it's like this rainy scene. So kind of like in that scenario, it'd be kind of cool just to have the kind of like have an Omega version or like regular version of that stage and just people fighting that scene and just have some rain effect if anything or something like that. So I thought
that'd be interesting. That'd be new.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It'd be a different take, right?
Yeah.
And I think it would, like, if anything, it would be like one of the Final Fantasy stages that like has the element effects with the lightning and water flowing around. So I thought that'd be kind of like an interesting aspect if they were to adapt something from that and then kind of go from there.
Because doesn't it have isn't there snowfall in Metal Gear stage? I swear there is. No,
there is sometimes, yes.
Right,
yeah.
I figure so. You could do a weather pattern for sure. Like there's the Wind Waker stage, right? Like,
that's got rain and a big tornado and some wind effect.
Yeah. So definitely, you could definitely set that up. That'd be cool. I like to have that kind of stage. That'd be nice.
Right.
It'd be dramatic.
It'd be really interesting to see, even especially like how one of the Pokemon stages, the big one that like has the element changes every time.
Right.
That'd be another concept too if they were to like play around with it too.
Okay, I dig it.
Some soundtracks I thought would be cool to have. A lot of people won't know, but I've just named a few here. So Devils Never Cry remix, I believe from the third one. I'm trying to remember from where this one was. Either Double Trigger.
Oh, Devil Trigger's got to be in this goddamn game.
Yeah, come on.
that is the most played song of the entire franchise to date. If you go without that song, you're doing the whole franchise a disservice.
Yeah. The Virgil Battle 2 is what it's named as for the next one. Psycho Siren, Ultraviolet, Lock and Load.
Just put the entire Devil May Cry soundtrack in the game. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm not correct. I'm not opposed to that.
She is absolutely
so correct.
Yeah, I would love to have that. Also, are we also mentioning like the skins per se? Or?
Absolutely. When you buy this fighter, if you bought our battle pass here, what else do you get?
Yeah, skins. Give me moves. Give me everything. You're doing the Sakurai presentation right now, man.
Masahiro Beastie, if you will.
Okay, so for the skins, I would want to have of the 8, the original version from DMC5, so like the latest updated look of him.
Right.
Just of like like the nice pale mahogany or reddish kind of look, and then just black pants, so like kind of just that generic look.
Yeah. The
secondary one would be the blue variant or like a Virgil variant.
Okay, so, I dig it.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah, right. A green one, or as it's called, Gilver. It'd be like a DMC5 V alt version. So people that don't know who V is, he was a new character that was introduced in DMC5. So it'd be like a kind of brightish green almost.
Okay.
Or like kind of standard green. Another one would be Nero, DMC5 version again, because it would just be like a nice offset of blue and red playing off each other.
Yeah.
So kind of like just a reversal almost.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The next one would be all black. So just like V's original version. So that'd be like, if you see Terry skin, like kind of like that almost.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
With a darker tint. Well, I mean, V was pretty pale, so I guess you could keep it pale like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just having kind of like that full black aesthetic. Last three will be, so Sparta is going to be next. It'll be a purple variant.
Yeah.
So like in, I think, DMC 4, you could see where Dante had like an alternate costume version.
Right.
Where it looked like he was sophisticated, like, I guess, of his father. So that would be kind of like the variant or play off from that. Last two will be the classic Dante from DMC 1, a very bright red, or full red, if anything, from that one. And then the last one would be Doppelganger Boss from DMC 3. So think of a Dark Link variant.
Okay. I get that too.
Understandable.
So Dante's movesets, there's been variations I've seen online that people have talked about, but the variation I thought would be interesting would be to have like with his B smash set. So down B would be his double trigger in a sense, like with how it works with what's his name? Joker from Persona, kind of like activating like that in a sense. So if every time he gets hit, he'll be building up the meter, or he'd be able to somehow charge up his, I guess, double trigger meter.
Another meter character in this game. I see.
Yeah, because it would be interesting.
Like we don't already have too many of those.
Oh no, of course not.
Whatever.
Just gotta add another one. Why not?
I mean, the assets are in there, so why not?
It's not like we have too many sword characters, right? Anyways.
So many swords. And Dante also has a sword.
But he also has guns, so it's okay.
It's
Joker
a healthy
also
balance
has guns. This is just, emo Joker is what it is.
Oh my gosh. You're not wrong. Anyways. His neutral B would be Ebony and Ivory, the two famous guns that he's profoundly using in all of the games. Yeah. So just obviously from shooting around, just in general aspect. Left and right B would be the Gunstinger. So it'd be just him in a sense like using his, I believe, double barrel shotgun. And it would just be kind of like a quick knockback from that too. So for him, it would knock him back by like a few inches, but it would be able to like damage the character heavily, or not heavily, like mid-range heavily, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And then his up B would be his dash of, in a sense, his teleport, or like in a sense of his teleportation, or just like quick air movement of what he uses. And then his final smash, it'd be a pull from the DMC 5 recent bring up, which would be the ultimate double trigger. And then his special move, or like final move, I guess you could see him using, would be his judgment move, which is basically a whole barrage of like swords flying around and just like slashing anybody in that vicinity, like in this kind of dome vicinity.
Nice and flashy. I understand.
Exactly. So it'd be, I think,
we talking cool. Like cinematic, like some of our other characters, or we're talking like you do inputs like Bayonetta's?
Either one would work. It just depends, obviously, how it would have to work. But I think cinematic would be probably the easiest, right? So that way, it's just like it's quick and easy. Just you see the animation go through, and then it's done.
It's auto triggered.
Yeah, but if not, if they did it like more like if they did it like Bayonetta's, then just like a quick like flow through, just flying, or actually even like Pikachu's final smash, just like he'd be flying around in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that'd be the other variation I could think of. And then just the quick me skins would be the four I was thinking of would be Virgil's variants from either version DMC 3 or 5, Nero's skin, which was from the DMC 5 version, and the last two special ladies, Lady and Trish. So gotta have those ones around.
Excellent.
Always like Trish. Ladies with guns.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
That'd be me. So I figured who to bring if we're going for classic game characters. Adam Jensen, who's not even classic at all. So, but the Deus Ex franchise, on the other hand, most certainly is. The first Deus Ex game came out in 2000. The reboots with Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. First one came out 2011. Second one came out, I believe, 2016. And these were good games, first of all. And Deus Ex did a lot for the first-person RPG type shooter kind of thing, which became more and more prevalent as gaming developed and the consoles could support it, the PCs could support it, the tech in general just got better so that you were not just fighting a bunch of angry triangles. Not that we don't love shapes. But, and gotta say, Adam's not a particularly interesting dude, which is why I think putting him in Smash is a great idea, because he doesn't need to be a character. The coolest thing about him is, in fact, just the stuff he does.
Yeah.
And because you have both like lethal options and non-lethal options during the game, that gives you 2 times the options for weapons for diversity. So you can give him both a taser and a gun. Why not both?
Right.
In terms of level design, like to stages, we've got a lot of like spooky labs, very dark stuff. Got things with the Queen Parasite in the background. You got like the Brinstar levels. So you've got evil science. What about malevolent-ish science? Brightly lit, possibly a lot of weird covered, jump over and around and behind. Because, you know, fuck characters who can't jump, am I right?
Little Mac.
Yeah, screw that guy. But I think that because there's a lot of climbing in game, you could have, you know, the can't pull the name of the stage now, but the one with the various tower in the, like the big ass tower in the middle, and you just got a bunch of rooftops.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
Foreside.
Yes.
Foreside, yes.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely do something like that, but like shiny and well lit and easy to see.
Very
his
cyberpunkish,
aesthetic.
not the game, but the actual like genre, like the actual
Yes.
aesthetic.
The genre properly.
Yes.
And soundtrack wise, okay, we've got a lot of very epic themes in Smash, right? We've got classic games, we've got epic themes, we've got the DK rap. There's a ton of diversity. You know, we don't have all that much of. We don't have that much techno music. I'm not actually huge on techno music, but you know what? Sometimes you just want to listen to some beeps. You know?
Yep. I dig that too.
And the Deus Ex soundtrack has a lot of very violent beeping songs, if I do say so myself. Icarus is the main theme of the game, and that's just the right level of epic and also sci-fi. So that would be an easy slide in. You've also got some of the car type vibes, you know, for when you're wandering around the city in between actually interesting stuff. At the end of Human Revolution, not going to spoil too hard for a game that's been out for 9 years, but whatever. There's a chamber with like 3 ladies in pods and also a boss fight, and you can definitely do something in there. You've got just so much running around, and I think it'd almost be interesting to have the pods be a mid-ground asset. So there'd be a background that you could go behind them and just, you know, take it outside, you know?
Yeah.
And then you could fight in front of the pods, almost to add a different kind of depth to stages rather than the largely 2-dimensional stuff we've got going on.
I dig
Yeah,
it. I mean,
very interesting.
Yeah, I like Deus Ex altogether because I think that game series is fucking awesome as shit. Adam as a character and everything that he can do, you know what I mean? Like this game is really meant for you know, off wall everything type characters too. Like there's no limits, you know what I mean? So like Adam, who's limitless, would be awesome to be, you know, to be part of the roster.
He's a no holds barred kind of guy. And
yeah.
In terms of the move sets, right? So obviously he has to have some kind of gun. I would say probably like the neutral should be a gun. Maybe the side should be a taser. He has knife arms that I think would be pretty funny to use. He's got a taser hand, which also would be pretty funny to use. He's got a natural down B in that the Icarus ability, which surrounds him with like a glowy ball so he doesn't take fall damage.
Ooh,
It'd be easy to just turn that into actually doing damage to anyone around him when he down Bs.
Right.
His recovery probably wouldn't be fantastic, but the boy's got jumps, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to say he jumps like Jesus, man. He's out there. so
like he probably wouldn't have a lot of jumps, but he jumps real high.
Yeah.
Balances out a little bit.
You got like pre-Superman days like powers where he's just leaping to buildings in single bounds.
Oh yeah. And he's completely ridiculous. You could also have him punch people if you really want to watch him punch people. You know, he's got metal fists. I think his ultimate should involve, I cannot remember if it had a special name, but there was just this military helicopter thing that he uses to get from missions to mission. And I think it'd be neat if you put him on that with a sniper rifle, because I played heavy stealth on my runs because open combat's a great way to get your ass beat. So sniping from a helicopter in character.
More of it's similar to like Snake.
Kind of Snake, yes.
Yeah.
If Snake had knife arms.
Yeah. By the way, like his ultimate, like his move, right? Like it's like literally, I don't know if they changed it, but I haven't played him so long, but I know he goes into like a full, like he can aim and shoot at you with something, right?
Yeah.
I think he's hanging on to like a rope ladder.
Oh, snakes?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what his move is, right?
Basically, come down from like a chopper or whatever, and just you just be like
Right. So,
targeting.
because it'd be like something like that. I'm guessing with like a
Yes.
chain gun. Okay.
Very much so. In terms of skins, you've got his ridiculous coat. You have him without his ridiculous coat. I would love to see Adam Jensen in pink, frankly. And then
I'm not gonna argue that.
you could also give him a skin of the protagonist from the early games, JC Denton, or technically JC Denton's clone, but whatever.
Sure.
I know, right? Do a few different color changes. I think if you gave him, like, frankly, you could make him look a little bit like the DMC Devil May Cry Dante by giving him a red coat and white hair. And I am a big fan, as you all know, of characters that look really, really similar all being on screen at once. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be, again, fun. Most of my choices on skins are for the lulz. You could also give him a rainbow coat for that fabulous representation, but frankly, Jensen's just like that, you know?
It'd be nice to take him away from all the dark. Hey, man. It's a little bit brighter.
Don't get me wrong, the all-black outfit makes sense, I guess, for a security specialist in his own world, but, like, hard to track sometimes, bro.
Exactly. And here in this world of limitless stuff, you can be fabulous, bro. It's no problem.
Exactly. Get in touch with your soft side in the wake of your dead girlfriend who's actually not dead and was lying to you the whole time.
Jeez.
The plot of those games, you start off and you're like, this makes sense. Okay. And then it just goes off the fucking wall. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's Deus Ex for you.
Like I said, I didn't bring any spirits or anything, so we're not getting into that. Me skins, you've got a lot of really cool antagonists in this game. And I cannot remember the dude's name. He's actually the primary antagonist of Mankind Divided. And he's huge, and his arms are made of guns. And I think he would be a really cool skin for the Brawler, because add a little bit of range to that guy to make him even less pleasant to be around. Look like some sort of mecha con gorilla.
I know who you're talking about too, but like I can't remember the guy's name for the
words right there.
I know what we're about, and that's Adam.
Right on.
I appreciate you bringing like this particular character mostly because of his aesthetic, right? There's a lot of like our Mass Effect characters, for example, they are very notable because of their color scheme, right? They are some of the living embodiments of like the blue and orange cover.
Yes.
Right. And so that's one of those things that Smash Brothers hasn't quite found its groove on how exactly it's going to represent yet. And while that dominated the gaming space for the better part of 10 years,
it really did.
Smash Brothers, as a celebration of all things gaming, hasn't done that good of a job of recognizing that. Does it need to? Maybe. It's up for debate.
Right.
That's why he's here on our Fighters Pass.
On to the next member of this combative group.
Okami.
Yes.
Started off as a PS2 game, then found its way to the Wii. It is one of the best examples of motion controls on that console to date.
Okay.
I low-key love that game to death too. It's really nice.
So, the character I'm bringing is our main protagonist, Amaterasu from Okami. So, in this game, it has a Japanese scroll art like art style. So, we are full on exiting the hyperrealism of modern gaming and flipping that sort of on its head. The stage I'd like to put us on is I'm calling Konohana Blossom. It is a flying platform stage similar to that of like your Dragon Quest or your Super Mario Sunshine stage. It will take you through the entire story of the first game. You will start your ass in Konohana Village. You will take yourself to the place of the Orochi fight. You will take yourself to the Undersea Palace. You will take yourself to the far north in our region to fight the living embodiment and the explanation for the Pokemon of Ninetales, because they're based in Japanese mythology, and here they are. You will be transported throughout a big-ass jungle, and finally, you will come to the final ship of the game, where you will face the final boss, Yami, a big hand-in-ball creature that sole existence is based on wrecking your shit. Because you're the sole being stopping them from plunging the world into absolute chaos.
So like a hamster, but 10 times as evil and with a thumb.
Correct. My gimmick for this sort of stage is we're going to have some smaller enemies, imps, drop from the sky. They're going to be rather weak enemies. They're more going to be annoying to fight than anything else. They're going to have as much health as sort of an assist trophy. I'll take a couple hits, they'll be out. For the first level of imps, we're going to have 4 levels of imps. We're going to have green, red, blue, and black. As we go more towards black, they've got a handful more hit points. We don't want to add too many hit points because then it gets annoying, and who really are you fighting at that point in time? Just enough to make you, like, keep up your wits' end while you're fighting all of your friends.
I think at that point you actually begin fighting yourself or the developer.
Correct. Now, when you pause Okami, no matter what system you play it on, it got an HD remaster on the Nintendo Switch, and it's consistently on sale. I highly recommend that version. When you pause on this stage, if you're that kind of person, we will go into the parchment-esque looking atmosphere. It will bring a scroll over, and it'll be as if you're looking through a piece of parchment at our battle arena. And then when you unpause, it'll go back. With me so far?
Aye, aye.
So, because a lot of the Okami music is wild, you've got Konohana Village's theme, which is very peaceful. You've got a song called Evil Brewing. You've got The Curse. You've got Drunken Imps, which probably will have to be changed for an English localization. I thought of that. We're just going to call it Silly Imps.
Okay, I dig it.
Then we've got some new remixes. We've got Susanoo the Mighty as a brand new remix. And we will throw in the entire Okamiden soundtrack in a medley.
Okay, I dig that.
Right? So it'll be the best parts of that, the most gaming influence, something to help you really get in the mood to fight your friends.
Orchestral like melody, I like that. Medley, sorry.
Yeah.
You say that like I need moods to fight a friend.
I hear you over there, Table. You sound like you want to throw hands.
Oh god.
Would we like to hear about a final smash for Amaterasu?
But of course.
Yeah.
I have called this final smash Floral Finisher. Using the power of all 3 of her celestial weapons, Amaterasu will sling you up in her rosary beads, strike you with her heavenly glaive, and bash your head in with her reflector shield.
Oh my.
Afterwards, as you're all dizzy, she will bring the brushstroke across again, our parchment from earlier, a circle around you, and you will explode in flowers.
Oh, okay.
This character will operate very similar to Byleth, as the multiple weapons that I just mentioned are assigned to the C-stick. The longer you hold on to it, the more damage it does. By hitting down smash, does in fact reflect projectiles.
Right, can I say something cursed?
Absolutely.
Are you suggesting this is Byleth for furries?
This might be a little cursed. Yes, that's cursed.
Oh my gosh.
For me skins, I've got 3. In this game, you've got a traveling companion. His name is Isun, and he's a traveling artist. And so I figured let's put that on a me skin.
Okay.
Because this is a Capcom game, and Capcom is super involved in the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, I decided that the Monster Hunter skin that was in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is now going to get its mighty return into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And because we always have a me skin that's sort of a deluxe costume. In fact, one of my favorite characters is in fact a deluxe costume for the me gunner.
Okay.
You say favorite, I say most annoying. And given that you play Game & Watch, that's saying something.
The character I'd like to bring to a deluxe skin is Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest. Them being a deluxe me skin for the me sword fighter.
Okay.
I can dig it.
There's always one.
You have my attention.
Okay.
That game needs more love, and I just I don't have that game super memorized like I do Okami, so it got relegated to a me skin. But hey, it's still in the game.
It's a right on.
I respect
dig it,
that
man.
choice.
Yeah.
I dig it. I am never against anything Okami. To me, it almost feels like a natural choice.
Dog, 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 dog.
In fact, yes. And also, this game is severely lacking in quadrupeds.
Oh yeah.
So if it wasn't Amaterasu, it was Spyro.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was gonna add to
Valid
the.
choice.
I would add to the FF franchise and just put Red 13.
Ooh.
But is Final Fantasy actually going to get some music time with that character, or are you just going to give them 2 more?
Probably just 2 more tracks. Who knows?
just to smite them some more.
Right?
As
Victory Song and Victory Song
the
Extended.
Final Fantasy VII remake. Come on.
Right? So I guess that brings it on to me now.
It sure
Sure
Yes.
does.
All right. Well, I'm going to go far back. It's part of the Capcom camp as well. I'm going all the way back. You guys brought some really good modern choices, and they're all very nice and very cool. But I'm going to go a little simple. Back to the simple days, where your controller only had a directional pad, start, select, and 2 buttons. Nothing more.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, 1985 was the year that Sir Arthur came out, and known as Ghosts and Goblins.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I'm choosing Sir Arthur is because he literally has a skill set built for this more than anybody else I've ever picked before. And this came almost suggested from, I believe, Treffy a while back, who brought it up, and I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. And you know what? No, man, I think he kind of tops the list of me wanting this guy in this game, man. The best thing about Arthur is he's got all these, his assets can be really recycled from everybody in the game. And I'll explain how, okay? So he literally can do it. He has movesets based on like weapons. So dagger throwing, axe tossing, all that stuff, right? He's even got like Simon's fire bottle toss. So that's like, for me, it just makes sense. For those who don't know the game, do look up gameplay. The game's hard as balls as you go further.
Oh,
In
man.
fact, your difficulty setting goes higher as you continue. The more you beat the game, the harder it gets.
That seems
So
rude.
like, there's no end screen really, right? The game just keeps going. It's like an endless cycle. So you beat the game, and the story, the way the story ends and begins is in a loop. So like it literally just loops around, and you just go with like the harder mode. So good luck to you if you want to really hurt yourself.
An infinite like hard mode.
The original New Game Plus?
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. It literally ends with the same beginning, and you just start all over again. You get the princess back. Guess what? He gets kidnapped again.
My gosh.
Yeah. For Arthur, the hard thing about Ghosts and Goblins is that you literally you're only allowed 2 hits. You get your armor set, and if you get hit, you lose your armor, and you literally run around in just your underwear until you get your armor until you get your armor back. And if you get hit, then you're just dead. So you're literally just 2 hits, and you are swarmed on your screen with enemy after enemy after enemy. And this is what I mean. This game is hard as balls. Plus, in some stages, your stage literally shifts. So like the ground can shift below you, or it can shift higher. You may have to jump last second. Good luck, man.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, exactly. So as it goes for moveset, everything's gonna be based on the C stick, right? So for like a neutral, a neutral B, if you want to call it that, right, would be just his lance toss. He has a lance, he'll just toss free for that range, right? I can't remember who I could base it off of really, but range play, like Mario and the Fireball, you know what I mean?
Lance toss, like maybe Byleth? Is that a good reference? Or
Maybe something like that. A side B would be like, like a lance thrust. Something to just move forward, something to get back on the screen too if you fall off the edge when you jump and try to recover.
Yeah.
Axe tossing, of course. Again, something more, all for Arthur is all range play, because that's what the game's based off of, right? Keep away from everything around you. You can't get close because you're going to die. So it's all like Simon Belmont, fire bottle toss, axe toss, and it's all range play, right? And a final smash would be like his golden armor. But I'm going to rip it from, I can't remember what game it was he made a crossover in, but like he turns into this giant, cool, almost gold mech kind of version of himself with a giant like lance bazooka thing that he's got going on, and
Like
that would just be like
Marvel versus Capcom.
No, it's not in that one. It's a Capcom versus game, but I can't remember which series it's from totally. But like I think the transformation only happened in that one game. In fact, I could be wrong. I think it might be even like an RPG element type of game, like with like a battle card element, like Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that. And I think the card makes an appearance, but like he's got this giant lance cannon thing that like I would give a full spread across the screen beam. Right? Anybody caught in the way would just get hit by it, period.
A go fuck yourself button, if you will.
Exactly.
Oh, good luck.
As it goes for, I guess for colors and skins, there's nothing you can do much with Arthur. I mean, I'm not going to have a skin where he's in his underwear. I mean, this is Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo for today.
It is, in fact, for good boys and girls.
That's correct. So Arthur will just have the rainbow of colors for his armor, the greens, blues, pinks, purples, whatever you got, right? Special skin would be like his golden armor itself, where you get like got like a couple of like crests on it and such with a red cape. I think that's the one on the screen right now, for that matter. As it goes, that's the carry. Arthur's pretty simple, the good old simple days like Mega Man. Nothing too much to it. Just go on your adventure, save your princess, and that's all you need. And this is his skill set right here. It speaks for his character and his moveset speaks for himself. So
Yeah.
I am appreciating this character so far simply based on like its super interesting health bar.
Yeah, like a two-hit kill, man. So
The most glass cannon character you could ever have thought of.
it gives you that element of playing with perfection, right? You gotta like not get hit if that's the case.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, for stages, there's not too much for Ghosts and Goblins. I can't even describe it. It's not really like a Metroidvania. It's just literally just scroll and scroll. Stages change on you.
Like Pack World.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly like
So
that,
we could
right?
go through it in in HD remaster-ish form, or in NES form.
We love those pixels.
Yeah, exactly. Good old 8-bit stuff. That'd be cool. Or even you can even base it off some of the SNES stuff. I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts. You just rip it from there if you want to as a scroller. And as for music, just maybe a melody like how you have it for Okami. Right? Because I mean, who wants to sit there and listen to the same chip tune in loop? I wouldn't.
It
They're
worked
very
in the mid '90s. Maybe not so much for today's audience.
no, exactly. So a good old medley of all the tunes would be nice, and that's it. That's it for Arthur, man.
I respect your medley call, but also you say that like I can't sit and listen to the fucking Kirby theme for hours on end, and not even the whole thing, just that first little segment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean some songs just
Really flat.
kind of some songs you can't quite quit, right?
But then again, Kirby has such an iconic da 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 da. Like you can't. Now that I've said that, that's stuck in your head. Who's ever listening? Like
True
It's stuck in my
enough.
head since yesterday. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
now, if I could point out something very interesting about our two characters here at the end, we have versed each other before.
Yes.
Marvel vs. Capcom, I believe it's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom,
Hmm.
had both of these characters 100% playable.
Oh yes, yeah.
And so not only are we both designed already in a game, like we've already fought, we've already determined who comes more on top,
Yeah, like it was a struggle to choose between him and Beautiful Joe. And you know how I feel about the beautiful one himself.
I was fully expecting a Beautiful Joe to come out of left field, but I'm
No,
surprised you pulled this out of nowhere choice.
Arthur, man, I just feel like Arthur was a better choice. Just on with Beautiful, it's gonna be a lot of punching and kicking, and that's another close range dude. And you know how I feel about my close range fighters in that game too, right? But for a change of pace, I figured with Arthur's like full skill set, I feel like he was a better fit. Although I still want Beautiful in that so I could punch anybody's face in with a fucking like a mock punch, mock kick.
Make him a skin, bro. Make him a skin.
True enough, he could be a skin. I mean, his head is as big as a fucking Mii fighter, so I mean, it would work.
It maps beautifully.
Legitimately, it does. Put a nice, pleasant, let us little Sentai helmet on him. Scarf, the beautiful one. It's ready.
Listen, that goes along the same lines as a Wonderful 101, Wonderful Red. Or sorry, Wonder Red. Not only is this a biased choice for me, because, haha, red. But also, that game just got a remaster on Switch, on Steam, on PS4, and I think it came to Xbox too, if memory serves me right.
So, yeah.
I have to double check.
And
Diversity.
it's so good. Listen, that game is just so complex in its characters. I couldn't in good conscience bring Wonder Red to this DLC pack.
Are you suggesting he would need like his own DLC pack entirely to just
No,
that, or he just doesn't fit in Smash? Too much to
I
explain.
think he might only fit in Smash as, say, a Mii Brawler skin, one of those deluxe skins, or simply as a spirit, which he already is. Yeah, there's no way to translate his movesets into something usable, per se.
You can't TLDR the dude.
Yeah, not really. The moral of that game is that you sort of gather up people, and the more people that you have, the more moves that you can actually do, and I just can't see that working very well in a game where it's very much one-on-one.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Shame.
I mean, it could work.
Oh, you know who we haven't said anything about?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't talked about the crime that is Waluigi's continued absence from Smash.
Okay, listen, if we're gonna go down this hole, let's go down this hole.
Okay, I got the shovel and started digging. Let's do this. Let's go.
Oh boy.
This purple boy, has been relegated as an assist trophy for every single game assist trophies has been in. So for the last 10 or so years, my man has not been playable in this game. So much so that hackers have taken to hacking him in and just dubbing him over Mario.
Man.
You'd think they'd put him over Luigi, but
You
okay.
would
Wait,
think, right? But here
Nintendo,
we are.
what are you scared of, man? You put him in every sports game possible.
Look,
Have
he's an
him-
athlete. He's a lover, not a fighter. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Is he because he's the most athletic one of the whole bunch, and this is where you can't put him in this game because he may be too perfect?
Well,
That
Luigi doesn't want to
because-
kill anybody.
I guess we'll never know because Nintendo's never gonna put him in.
Listen, I want him in this game. Not only is it a shame because Wario is in the game.
I know
And one of his moves is a fart?
I
it
mean,
is, and this
Yep.
game's for good girls and boys.
Irresponsible.
I mean, a
There's
couple
just better
fart jokes never hurt anything, so.
I mean,
I don't know.
sure, but I would trade Wario for Waluigi in a heartbeat.
Oh, no, for sure.
Any
I
day of
mean-
the week, 6 ways,
I mean-
Sunday.
I mean, let's not get too harsh. I like my favorite bastard fat boy, man. But I mean, like, we gotta get Waluigi in there regardless. I mean, if you're gonna have the entire like the Mario family proper,
Yeah.
you might as well just keep Mario in there and just put Waluigi in, man.
If Daisy
Why
gets to
keep me
be in
out?
Smash, Waluigi gets to be in Smash.
He predates Rosalina.
Facts.
But Rosalina has a friend.
Yeah. but-
Waluigi has a nose.
Oh my god.
I guess that balances out, sort of.
Does it?
Totally.
I
Alright.
think that we have not only composed a complete fighter's pass, we've also thrown in a handful of extras and what comes with such buying battle pass.
We've designed a battle pass, bros. Well done.
A very well structured one as well.
So
We did our best with this one.
what
And
we
all
will
4
do-
picks are some solid picks.
Not bad.
They're definitely out of left field, I'll tell you that much.
Correct. Yeah, this is. I promise you, no matter where in the world you ask, none of these characters come up as number 1.
Nope.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and button mash a thumbs up. If you want to swing by when we have a new video, web up the sub button. Oh, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified by.